I would recommend this course to everybody. I think it's good for new agents like myself.
I wanted to learn the secret that all agents had, all successful agents had. And I got more than that.
Another day one. Monday, another day one. Start every single day as if it was your first day, and you'll be successful. Well, hello everybody. Congratulations for making it to today office meeting. I get the pleasure of hosting this 1 week a month, so congratulations on making it here. For you, those that are on TV, hi. Everybody turn around, wave hi to everybody. Hey everybody. Hi. So I'm Tom Blanchard. I'm your managing broker for the Northwest office. And this week is my time to host. So thank you. Let's start off with getting you all used to being on video instead of just the back of your heads. If you all have a want or need, a listing to push or something, please come on up here. Oh, look, we got Steve Hoops. Everybody give Steve Hoops a big hand. Come on, Steve. Yeah, here. I just turned the puck toward you and I can hear you.
Hey, everybody, good morning. I just want to let you know in the Agents for Signature Facebook page, I posted this morning a house we have down in the Bahamas. It's available for rent if you're planning your vacations.
Mr. VRBO.
Yeah, we're on VRBO, and we've got 3 passes that are like a discounted rate. There's 2 left, so if you want to get it, see me. I can tell you how to get there, what to do, and all about it. We've owned the house for a few years now. We just put it up for rent this year. So.
Do we get a signature family discount?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the whole idea.
There, so anyway, take a look at the agent page, and if you're interested, just give me a call. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, Steve. Anybody else have like a thing going on here? Nothing? Really? All right.
I'll throw one out there for you, Tom.
Come on up. Come on. There we go. Yay!
So I got one at 6328 Bright Voyager. It's about 3,300 square feet in the southwest. And I think we've got it listed right now for $559. So it's starting to get some more activity. If you look over there in that same area, there's one priced at $650 right now, another at $725, same floor plan. But one's got the pool. So anyway, it's a great property. So
All right. Come on up, Ellie. Come on up.
Okay.
There we go. We got the rivers rolling now. Here we go. The floodgates have opened. Yeah, hold.
Okay, got a beautiful townhouse up in the northwest, up by Desert Foothills and Far Hills. 465 with 10,000 under everybody, with upgrades galore. For some reason, just not getting enough traffic. One just closed in that community, the exact same model, similar upgrades for 479. This is 465, easy to show. Just go through showing time and beautiful. Beautiful.
1-story patio.
1,500, 2-story, 1,556 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. They made the side patio a beautiful, what do they call it, brick pavers and an overhang. It's a beautiful place to hang out in the summer. Nice shade, really nice. It's beautiful. So.
Very nice. Thank you, Ellie. Now, see, you folks at home that are watching this on YouTube are missing the opportunity to be able to pitch your listings and needs. So make sure you come to the office meeting so that you can get those pitches out there. All right, I'm talking about you guys back there. It's nice we have people in the booth way back. I don't know what kind of frame they have me on. Probably looks like they're really close, but they're way far back away, so I don't even know they're there. And so it's a perfect opportunity for you guys to get used to being on video. Now, the next great moment of this office meeting, we already had 1 or 2. Now we're going to have our 3rd one. And, you know, Shelly, come on up. From Prosperity Lending, you need this, or
No.
you sure?
Morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Hold on, we got a technical guy coming.
Oh, he's like Shelly.
We have a man in black.
Devin, can you hear me? Can you see me? All right. Last time I spoke, I got in front, so I have to stand behind the actual. This is Tom's first meeting. Give it up for Tom! Yay! Okay, so I wanted to share a couple things. So we're going to talk about tech tools. So I'm going to share
How-
a
what-
tech tool.
You know, hold on. We didn't plan this, right? This is completely.
We are always off the fly.
I know. So I mean,
On the fly.
why would you
On
have?
the go.
Why would you even think of tech tools?
Because I feel like right now is a good time to share some good tech.
Wow, so did I.
Technology.
God, great minds
Short for
just think
technology.
alike.
Yes. But first, I'm going to start off with interest rates.
Okay, what is the
You
interest rate?
think that interest rates are important to our business? Yes. Yes. Okay. How many of you think rates are going to go down this year? Back there, how many of you think rates are going to go down this year? Yes? How many of you think rates are going to go up?
Absolutely.
Higher than where they are?
Where are they at now?
So 2 weeks ago, we shared that rates had actually come back down from like the 6.25, 6.5 range. Rates have actually increased this last week.
See, I was right.
We're close to 7% now. And the reason for that is because CPI report came back, although we went down in inflation, we did not go down as much as everybody wanted to go down. So from an emotional aspect, you know, a lot of people get nervous about that if it doesn't happen the way that it's supposed to happen. The other part is on Friday, we announced the jobs report. And the jobs report came out showing that there was actually better than expected, which is a negative for us with regards to interest rates. So today, we're hovering around that 6.875 to 7% range. Of course, depending upon credit score and loan to value and loan type. One thing I want to share with you, if you guys would cue up that my lovely screen
Is this
recording this is my beautiful daughter here, yes. Have you guys ever heard of Carl's Mortgage Calculator?
No.
Yes, do you have it?
Yeah, that's my go-to.
Yes, okay, so this is a great tool. Now, we use it as lenders, and of course, we don't want this to take away from you coming to us, but I know there may be times when you need to just get a quick principal and interest payment. This is a great tool for that. Whoa, way
It's
too
going
fast.
pretty fast. Hey, Beta, how do you slow that thing
This is
down?
how fast
She's
I
already
roll.
been 6875 and boom.
Okay, so you'll download Carl's Mortgage Calculator, KARLS. It is free. There is a pro version for $199 that simply removes the ads, so I would just say keep the free version of it. One of the great things that I love about it is
Okay.
you just go here, you'll put in your, you can go ahead and hit play. Thank you. Tom.
Anything. Let me be your
You'll add your
Hannah.
sales price, right? Property value, $450,000, 20% down payment. So in this case, there's no mortgage insurance. Interest rate, 6.875. We just talked about that. Gives you your principal and interest payment right here, $2,364. So when you're trying to calculate a number for your client, that's the principal and interest. But there's even more. You can add your taxes and insurance in here. Oh, look, I slowed down for that. There's your principal and interest payment. Then when if you scroll up, there's actually a section. Go ahead and scroll up. That's not you, it's me. You're good.
I can't scroll up. It's on.
There you go.
It's a
This
video.
is your principal and interest, taxes and insurance. Did you?
Yeah, it's on
There
plan.
you go.
Automatic.
So you can actually put in your taxes. This is your homeowners association due. I put $50. Property taxes, I put $2,000. I left the homeowners insurance in there at $720. And that gives you that total payment of $2,641. This is PITI. But remember, this is 20% down, no mortgage insurance, but you have the ability to put mortgage insurance in there. Can you scroll back really quick?
You change the down payment too?
You can. Yep, 5%, 3.5%, 3%.
Is this any better than what we have on our apps?
I love this app. Here's also why I love it. So as you go through this, there's other tabs. How many of you have ever had a client say, well, what's my amortization look like on this? So this gives you in this table section, if you'll go back really
I'm
quick.
trying. I can't see it. My eyes aren't that good anymore.
Sorry, Tom. I should have slowed it
Scroll
down.
down. Fix it, Mr. Tech Man.
In that table section up there, when you click on that, go ahead and play it. Right here. It will post. It's going to go through the payment. Can you reverse it? Yeah,
No
I
more
went too
pre-recordings
fast.
for you.
Sorry. I go super fast.
Well, it's because you do it every day.
I know.
Way too many times.
Too many times. Want me to stop the video?
No, it's
Okay,
going.
anyway, so there's a table on here. This sum actually shows you what the interest is. This also gives you an opportunity if you have a client that says, what if I want to make one mortgage payment a year? Or what if I want to make put $100 principal reduction every single month? This gives you that option as you scroll on the bottom of this to put that information in here, right?
See that quickly somewhere in there.
Yes, annual prepayment, so they're gonna pay the full mortgage payment in 1 year, and you'll see that it adjusts, if you hit sum, it will hit sum, it'll adjust that total interest, so it'll share, in this particular case, it saved that client $130,000 and reduced the term. So one tech tool for 2023 coming from your favorite Prosperity Lending loan officer is Carl's Mortgage Calculator.
Wow.
And if you guys have any questions, of course, if you want to know what rates are, make sure you reach out to us and ask us, and then also on the mortgage insurance premium as well. Cool? Any questions for me?
So
And
what are
if
the,
you want help with this, let me know.
yeah. So what are interest rates going to do?
I believe that rates are going to go down. We're not going to see a straight decrease, but we are already seeing a little bit of a jagged, bumpy downward trend. But I think that we're going to see them go down even further. I think we're going to get into the high fives. That's my prediction. So if I win by the end of the year, we're all going to the Bahamas.
Really?
Yes. No. Yeah, I do think that we are going to see them to go down. We're going to head into a recession, and then that is another indicator that we'll see lower interest rates today.
All right, cool.
All right?
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
All right, what we got? Okay, we're all queued up. So now I've talked in the past about how we've technologically gotten away from having relationships with our clients, right? So because there are so many tech stuff out there, I tried to find some items, 23 for 23, right? That you still need to use and what can help you keep building that relationship with your client. Because if you're not building a relationship with your client, you're not being in flow. If you're not being in flow, you're not being on top of mind. If you're not being on top of mind, when they finally make that decision to do a real estate transaction that needs some services, they're not going to think of you, right? So this is about helping you be on their mind, all right? Now, the first one is spacebar, right? ChatGPT or Jasper AI. This is a huge time saver for those of you that have not done anything like this, or if you have a blog and need to write something about something. This is a huge time saver. Right now I'm putting together an REO program, and I'm using ChatGPT, right, to help me build my manual and go through it, and all I've got to do then is adjust it for the stuff that we differ on, right? But the artificial intelligence is amazing, and you can get to it at chatopenai.com, and then Jasper, the same thing with that is .ai. All of these will be on. Save it. I'll stop at the end of the page for you guys to be able to take a picture of everything that's on the page. So that is one tool, right, to help you save time, to help you have the time to be with your clients, okay? Next one. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, however you want to say it, testimonials are important to have. People believe what they read. Somebody else is saying it. It gives you some kind of standing. But how many people are really actively trying to increase the testimonials that they have, right? Hopefully you get one, right? But we do a lot of hard work for you not to ask the client, and especially right when you've gone across the finish line and you made the touchdown. The best time is to get that testimonial is right then, right? Testimonial tree is one of the ones that will allow you to help get those testimonials and put them up and have them. All right, so don't be afraid of asking. If you are afraid of asking, testimonial tree sort of does it automatically for you. So another way of automating the process so that you have time to do the stuff that you need to do, which is being in front of people and getting business done. So, my favorite, BombBomb. If you're not using, people have a hard time making phone calls to everybody, right? So if you can't make the phone call, then please send them something, right? And BombBomb allows you to have an email written stuff with a video. Now, I was messing around earlier about talking about getting used to coming up and being in front of video. If you're not on video, you're missing the boat, right? People need to have, and let's go from the progression. Back in the old days, you used to have your photo in the yellow pages, and people felt like they got to know you because they saw you when they were looking through the yellow pages, right? Then we had bus stops, right? You put your face at a bus stop or a shopping center on the carts, right? Just so that people would get to know you and be comfortable with your face. Because if they saw you on a bus stop or a billboard or on the shopping cart, they automatically felt a little bit more closer to you, so that when you were at a listing appointment and there were 3 other people there, they already have an affinity for you, so you're more likely to get that deal, right? Because they felt comfortable with you, they've seen you all over town, all right? So emails with videos, Instagram, being on social media is today's time to be able to get in front of people so that they feel more comfortable about you. So on video, please, please, please allow yourself to be you, right? Because if you project this stuffy, whatever it is that you think you should be, and you're not authentically you on that video, when they finally do meet you, you're not going to help yourself be you in that listing appointment, and they're going to go, who the is this? They're not even close to what I thought they were. So allow them to know who you are, because if they know who you are and then they like you and they're trustworthy, they're going to do business with you. But be who you are, and don't be one person over here and another person when you show up. Right? BombBomb helps you do that. Box Brownie. All right, for all you folks that take lousy pictures, this is the app for you. Right? This app allows you to send them the photos. They fix them up. If it was a cloudy day outside, they can give you a blue sky. If there's a bunch of garbage and stuff in the home and it looks like crap and you need to have it restaged, they can do that, right? There's a lot of stuff. Now, let me give you one course of warning. If you have them touch up the pictures, please post it in your agent-to-agent remarks. You've seen them do it. Cosmopolitan does it all the time. Retouched, right? Photo, right? So just put in their retouched photo, so that, and staged if it's staged, so that they know that what they're seeing in the MLS or on Zillow may not be exactly what they're going to see. Right? I'm a true believer in letting them see what they're going to see, because they're going to walk into it anyway, but just be careful with that. Everybody knows this one. Keeping current matters. For those of you that have a hard time writing your own blog or emails and stuff, this is the program for you. Again, another life-saving, time-saving thing to have somebody else do the work for you that you could put out as your own, right? I've always been one to allow somebody else to be the creative one, to create the wheel for me, do that kind of stuff, because I'm not the most creative person in the world, but I sure as well will take a credit for everybody else's work, right? So go ahead, do that, make sure you have it. You trust me, it's a time-saving program, and it looks good, and I know a lot of people use it already. Realty Scout HomeBot. Realty Scout is provided to all the signature agents for free. It is a great program. If you're haven't been on there, shame on you. You should have it set up and ready to use. HomeBot is another one that's like it. I know, Shelley, you have some affinity with HomeBot, right?
Yes, I don't know if there's I know for us, if you partner with us, the cost is $25. I think it's more.
Yeah,
So,
right.
There's, all of our prosperity lending loan officers have HomeBot.
Right. So it's available for you guys to use. Use them. Take advantage of the other programs that keep your clients engaged, right? Because this is all about making sure that you're engaged with your client when they have the light bulb that comes off and says to themselves, ooh, I need someone to help me out with this change in lifestyle or whatever it is to deal with real estate, all right? Yeah, Ellie.
I'm gonna tell you, HomeBot, I use a lot of those, but HomeBot may be one of the best $25 I spend every month. I can't tell you how many of my clients will reach out to me and thank me, because they get to say, I think every month they get it often. And HomeBot will also send you an email once a quarter with the people that have been on it the most, who are the most active.
Right, who's engaging?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
engaging in the
engaging.
stuff that you're
You
putting
don't
out
reach
there?
to say, hey, this one's been on 10 times in the last, I think it's great.
Ellie, do you pay separately or do you attach to the lender?
With you guys.
Okay, so I just was curious if it was $25.
25, yeah, with you guys. That's how I own my.
All right. CapCut. For those of you that are not taking advantage of the signature marketing materials and stuff of Beta and Devin, well, one, shame on you for trying to do it yourself and not spending the time in front of clients. Number two, here's a program that will allow you to be able to edit and cut the videos that you make. Now I get it, sometimes you just want to do a quick walkthrough of a house or a new home track and you're making a video for Instagram and want to do that. This program allows you to take the video that you've shot and cut it up and put it together so that it looks good, right? Because that's what we want, is a nice shiny object for someone else to go, ooh, I need that. That person has some great stuff. I want them. All right. So with that,
I have one more comment.
oh, go ahead.
For those of you that don't do videos, I'll tell you, the worst video you make is the one you don't make.
Yep.
They're all good, no matter how bad you think they are, they're good, so do videos.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. So for those of you that need that little extra push to think that they don't look on a video, this clip-on ring to your phone that has a light on it is a lifesaver, right? Especially because, sometimes when you're looking at, I watch videos pretty closely, and I can tell if they have a square light or a ring light because I can see it in their eyeballs, right? So make sure that you have a nice touch with that light on the selfie walking through everything, because it helps bring out your eyes, right? And we all want to bring out our eyes as we go through making our video, right? So, and trust me, you look like you look, and get over yourselves, because it's craziness, right? You're not going to change into something else overnight. RedX. What the hell does RedX do? RedX is a great place to get customer and client information. RedX can help you get expired listings. RedX can help you get FSBOs. Anything that you need to know about trying to find clients is at RedX. And it's redx.com. So that's another easy. Who uses RedX or Vulcan, or some of you guys at home? I do. Everybody here is all new. So that's why they're here at the office meeting.
I use RedX. It's good. Yeah, there's a lot of information on RedX.
All right. So Spacio. Spacio is a lead capturing thing that you can use, and it's a customizable format for you to use in your open houses, right? I don't know how you guys have people sign in or capture the data of an open house. And I hope you realize that the open house is to help catch data and help catch people, right? You're not doing an open house really to necessarily sell it, but to have people identify themselves as potential buyers. And you need a program if you want to go past and want to look cooler and up to date than just the plain old sign-in sheet, right? Spacio is a great program to allow you to have that information and have them fill it out for what you need. And it's a great thing to just say, look, our homeowner requires you the information of people that come in. You know, some will say John Doe, and you know, they're being jerks about it, but you know, you'll still get some information out of it. Good program to use. Audience.co. Now, what the heck is that, you may ask? Everybody's gone to the, oops. Oh, beta, I messed up. There we go. Good enough. Got it. Thanks. Audience.co is a handwritten note, an envelope, right? If you don't want to spend the time to handwrite your letters and envelopes, they'll do it for you, right? You send them the letter you want sent out. They have a machine that actually takes a ballpoint pen and writes out the letters for you and the envelopes, right? We all know the difference between the handwritten envelope and the typewritten, or worse, labeled envelope, right? It'll increase your open rate. I know Janet's told many stories over the years about how she sent out handwritten letters to people, and she handwritten them, and they opened them. She's made a lot of money off of that. But for those of you that feel the need, this is a great way of having that information done, getting done, and all of that. Now, Mile IQ, tax season, right? We're just going into tax season. How many of you actually have kept track of your miles? Okay, you weirdos that kept track of your miles, congratulations. For the rest of us, you know, if you're like me, I think I go to last year's tax thing and see what mileage I put on there and go, oh shit, this is it. Right? Mileage IQ is an app that runs in the background that tracks all of your stuff, all your miles that you go in your car, right? Perfect way of telling that auditor to screw off. Here's my data. I just didn't do it on my own. Here's the data from an app. So my miles of 100,000 miles last year is accurate and correct, right? So use that as a way of getting things through.
That's pretty good. I've been using that for years.
Mile IQ?
Oh my gosh.
See?
Yes. I used to log my miles on my calendar, but this one you just swipe left or right if it's business or personal. Even when you're traveling, it's an app and it's always running.
Yep.
So it's awesome.
Good. See? Awesome app, folks. You heard it here first. All right. Canva. Canva is not only just for arts and crafts. Canva has a section for real estate. I had no idea. But that's the site. Oh, did I let you guys take a picture? We'll take pictures. It'll be on the site. Canva for real estate is, has anybody used it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Shelly, you way back there, use it too?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad. See, testimonial. Is it worth it?
Well, there's a free version, but the pro is definitely great because you can set all of your colors and your branding, all of that to get stays online so it's easier.
Good deal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Use Canva, a great tech tip. TurboScan. You can use, I think there's an Adobe one also that you can use that scans papers and turns them into written documents. But TurboScan is a thing for your phone app. Should you need, right? Let's say you're at a listing presentation, they sign everything, right? Instead of taking everything home and scanning them on the machine and sending them back to them, Imagine if you just use TurboScan, take the photos of the pages, and it sends it right to your client, right? Everything is trying to be a little bit more efficient, ways of getting the information from where you have it to where you need it, okay? Forewarn. I'm on a double-edged sword on this one. It was brought up to us at the board back in 2019, and we looked at it, and it allows you to put someone's phone number in, and their data comes back. And when I talk about data, I'm talking about their age, how many cars they have any liens, what kind of bad credit, what kind of police history they may have, so that you can legitimize your client. Now, they made the mistake of running me on this forewarned thing, and they almost kicked me out of the association. But
statute of limitations.
Yes, thank God. Thank God. I was young back then. So there's a lot of good data. We had a hard time justifying at the association level us allowing that kind of information, although it's all information that is publicly viewable and publicly findable. It's just hard to find. And so we didn't move forward with it at the association level, but it allows you guys to do it. I think it's $20 a month or something like that. I know up in Reno, they have it as part of their association stuff, and everybody up there likes it. It just was a different time back before COVID. Hootsuite. For those of you that are entwined in the social media stuff, holy mackerel, use Hootsuite. Hootsuite allows you to put together articles and send them out at your device, right? When you want them to come out. So you've time blocked 2 hours today for social media and you only have it once a week, right? In the next 2 hours, I'm going to get all my social media posts out. You can do that, time them so that they come out during the week and you're done, right? You don't have to put 15 minutes every single day. Get a real time block period, do all your social media, get your posts ready to go, and blast them out during the week, right? Save time, money, and get out in front of people instead of being behind your computer. All right, showing time. I'm cheating now because I'm trying to stretch, right? Showing time, we already have it. The association uses it. If you're not using it, shame on you. Another time saver to be able to just have control of your listings and how they're shown. When someone wants to see a property, they go into showing time and ask. It sends you a text, and you can say yes or no, right? If you say yes, then it comes back and says yes. And if you've added notes in there into the showing time app of how to show it, what things to look out for, remember to lock the damn kitchen door to the garage, remember this, remember that, those items are already done automatically for you. You input this information once, and it tells everybody that's going to go see the property that information and saves you, again, time and energy. Make sense? Anybody not use showing time? I didn't think so. Good job. Coffee and contracts. For those that love online stuff, that live online, Coffee and Contracts allows you, with all the different kinds of templates and social media content and other content that they provide every single month for you to use and put out. Again, I'm not the most, I'm not a marketing guy. I don't have a bunch of great ideas. I rip off everybody else's like everybody else and use them to the best of my ability, right? So Coffee and Contracts has the content for those that don't have enough content to be able to put out the information to everybody else. Adobe Premiere Pro. You've seen the commercials where you can circle the jerk that is, photobombed your picture, and get rid of it. Adobe Premiere Pro does that for you. You can get rid of your stuff. You don't have to buy a Google phone to get those fancy little things for your photos. Right? It's available on Adobe Premiere Pro. So make sure you have great photos, because let's face it, today we sell homes by what? By the photos, right? So, use the technology that's out there to be able to do that. Audible. I spend a lot of time in my car driving to and from work. You probably drive a lot in your car to and from appointments. If you're wasting your time listening to K-Rock or the Howard Stern Show, right, my favorite, for God's sakes, use Audible and listen to a self-help book, right? You would be amazed at how many books you'll go through sitting there turning on Audible when you're driving to and fro, right? It is a great time saver and a great way to keep your mind active instead of just vegging out while you're driving. Because if you're like me, I'll be driving and then all of a sudden, oh, how the heck did I get here? Because I was listening to some schmucky stuff on Howard Stern instead of something good on Audible. So, audible.com. Calendly. I use this religiously to help set my schedules, right? Calendly allows people to find the time that in your calendar that you're available for, right? Whether it's a 15-minute meeting, a 30-minute meeting, an hour meeting, however you set them up, they choose them, and you go forth, and it puts it automatically in your calendar, right? How many times you forgot to put in a calendar time and date, and you're like going, oh, shh, you're supposed to be somewhere else. You've double booked, right? 22, I think. Waze. Waze.com. Holy mackerel. We all use the Google Maps. I get it. But Waze has a few additional features that tell you where the cops are at when they're doing their little speed checks. Right? Yeah, you see? Things you didn't know. I prefer not to get a ticket. So Waze is a great way for me to know, or if I do get caught speeding, to at least inform everybody else so they don't make their quota of handing out tickets, right? So help share the knowledge. Let those nasty cops out there, they're running those speed traps on the 215. Make sure you have knowledge of that and go forth and be ticketless. And last but not least, if you don't have an accounting software, how the heck are you doing your taxes this year? If you're just taking the 1099 or W, whatever, 1099, and going, oh, I made this much money. Now I got to pay this much tax. You're in trouble, right? Because then you got to figure out how to lie to get your tax basis down to something that's reasonable that you can afford. Please start using some kind of accounting software. I used QuickBooks. I ran my whole company through QuickBooks, and it was a lifesaver. You can have employees on there. Everything is, and it's simple, it's easy, it's not complicated. It's something that anybody can do. All right. Any questions on the 20? Oh, you know what? I have a 24th. It's not even on here. I found while doing this stuff, Localize AI. Thank you. All right. Localize AI. It's not available here yet. It's in New York and Chicago. But what it does is it allows you to have an AI machine answer text messages and email questions for you, right? So if someone says, hey, is this house available? the AI responds for you and starts a conversation up with the client, right? Holy crap. Imagine if you didn't have to answer your text messages until they were ready to make an appointment to see the property. Do you think that'd be a time saver? Right? That's localized. It's called localizehq.com. It has AI and human response because it also takes care of phone calls, right? And from what they've said, I didn't get to test it out yet, it doesn't sound like they're in Bangladesh, right? It sounds like a normal office of Americans. And I don't mean to be disparaging, but we all have been in the Bangladesh hell for trying to get information. But that takes care of texts, emails, and phone calls on localizehq.com. Now, any further questions that you may have, comments, concerns, anything, because I have a few more minutes and holy mackerel, wait till you see what's coming next. You guys ready? Y'all ready? All right, Beta. Y'all, huh?
I have announcements at the end.
You have announcements? Okay, let's do the announcements now. Because people may, when I'm about to roll, people may just turn us all off. So Janet, come on up, give us your announcements while Beta gets us ready to roll this great bean footage that we have to follow.
Okay, first of all, March 24th, Friday, the Las Vegas General Membership Luncheon's back.
What?
Yes, and I don't know what it's gonna be. It starts at 10:30 p.m.
This Friday?
March
Oh.
24th.
Okay.
And,
You need an app for that, Tom.
you can come and get pens and notebooks and schmooze with all your favorite vendors, have a wonderful lunch, great guest speaker, door prizes, and then they're not doing a CE class after the luncheon, but they're doing something, and I'm not on the board, so I don't know. Do
Me
you
neither.
know, Ellie?
I have no idea.
It's a Lee special.
Gotta do something, you're right, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so, but anyway, LVR is now taking reservations. Go on the LVR website, look up the top where your picture is, and it'll say events. Click on events and make your reservations online because it does sell out very quickly. First come, first serve. The other thing I have is when Political Affairs met in February, we had a fabulous program from the Southern Nevada Water District. So Political Affairs is meeting in March, second Thursday of the month at 8:30, and the whole program's going to be on solar.
Solar.
So you might want to be there. Political Affairs is an open committee. You must register online and then just show up. And one other thing I have, Lois, our education director, is teaching 2 Zoom classes, CE, tomorrow and Thursday. Wednesday's class is totally full. Thursday's class you can still RSVP for. They're both 9 to 12, but you must RSVP to get the Zoom link. And one more thing. So the first Tuesday in March, the office meeting will be at Spanish Ridge.
Oh, Spanish Ridge, first Tuesday.
And I'm having a guest speaker come in and talk about assumptions and the perils of assumptions. And I ran into a situation yesterday that I had no idea the rules for VA had changed on this. And so you need to know, even though VA loans are assumable with qualifying, not everyone is eligible to assume a VA loan. And there's one stipulation that I did not know. So if you want to know, come to my office meeting first Tuesday in March. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, well, and let me add, since we're doing announcements, I believe Saturday, the 25th, is our awards
gala.
Evening gala for 2022.
Mhm.
Holy mackerel. So if you haven't gotten, is time still to, oh, there's still time to get tickets?
Yes.
Holy mackerel! Get your tickets. I want to see you all dressed up. I'll be wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
And I'll kick him out the door. So
I'll throw a jacket on, make it look somewhat nice.
it is a dressy event. It's at Emerald at Queens Ridge. It's not in Queens Ridge. Those little
But those office buildings before.
buildings down the way directly across from Boca Park. It's a beautiful facility. I've been to numerous weddings there. Aria, like 3 or 4 years in a row, had their installation ceremonies there. Fabulous facility. The menu is unbelievable. There's no chicken for dinner.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. So you better make your reservation. The Saturday night starts at 6.
All right. Good deal.
Thank
That's
you.
it for the announcements. Now, do I need a duck, Beta? Beta looks like he's ready to shoot me or something. Is my head in the way?
No, you're on.
Okay. We are, 3 weeks ago now, I think, started our legislative session up in Carson City. No one is safe when the legislature's in session. And it's definitely true this year. I don't know how unscathed or how badly the battle scars will be that we'll end up with during this legislative session. But as of right now, it's not very pretty. We are under attack in how we do our business. Our clients are under attack in how they use their property, right? They're under attack in how they treat or don't treat tenants. The way we've done evictions, the way our laws and how we deal with getting rid of bad tenants are all under attack and under review. Every single law that you can think of right now has gone through some head of a politician, and in the view of them trying to figure out how they can get reelected, right? What do I need to do to change how we do business today that will help me get elected next year so I have a platform to run on, right? Unfortunately, that's the way it is. A lot of people tell you that no, it's not the way it is. But let me tell you, if you're not getting the Advocate on Fridays that come from Carrera, Nevada, please let me know. Tom at signaturenv.com, and I will help re-opt you in so that you get it. Because at some time you probably opted out of it or never opted in for it at all. The Advocate provides you with the information to read about what just happened during that week. And it'll get, as we go along, it's going to get longer and longer and longer, right? Because they're going to have more and more bills, and we're going to have more and more information on there for you to view. It has hyperlinks to the bills. It's a great piece of material for you to keep up to date if it's something that you want to be up to date about. If you don't, forget it. Forget everything I'm about to say. But you should be involved and you should be knowledgeable of what's happening because it's happening to you. For those of you that don't read, there's a lot of you, we now make it a video for you all to be able to watch. So please, let's take the next 10 minutes and watch this great video of It's Not Soup Yet by Chris, Tom, and Keith.
2023 President, Mr. Tom Blanchard. Hello, Nevada Realtors. Chris Bishop here, your host of It's Not Soup Yet. I've got two very special guests. Of course, our 2023 President, Mr. Tom Blanchard. Tom, welcome.
Thank you.
And we have our legislative chairman, your 2019 Nevada Realtors President, Mr. Keith Liner. Keith, welcome to It's Not Soup Yet.
Thank you. And I wanted to take just 2 seconds. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to say, because I know you guys were, why, this whole soup thing and why it's called Not Soup Yet. And I think that's a precursor that what everybody needs to understand, especially in the beginning. Here's why it's called It's Not Soup Yet. A bill comes out and the members lose their mind because it comes out and they're going to spastic over everything. And I was back then saying, look, the bone just got in the pot. The water's just been added. We got to boil down the bone. Then we put the vegetables in. Then we put, it's not soup yet. Let's wait until it gets on the other side before we lose our shit. Right? We can say that in this day and age. So that's why it's called It's Not Soup Yet. When the bill comes out, is not the time to lose your minds, people. Let us go through the process and trust people like Tom Blanchard. As hard as that may be, we need to trust people like Tom and his leadership abilities. So there you go.
Well, I definitely appreciate the analogy, Keith, and it makes a lot of sense because the first reaction to some of the bills is usually a bad one, but there's a lot of changes that happen during the legislative session. So a couple of things we're going to talk about today. Just a reminder, everyone, to make sure that you're getting and reading your advocate from Nevada Realtors, providing that great information on the session update. Keith, we didn't have the opportunity to chat with you last time on the first episode, and so we're happy to have you here today. Tell us a little bit what's going on in your world as the legislative chairman and working with your legislative management team.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I think everybody has to understand is it's a two-year term on legislative, and so being the chair for the last 2 year plus now, what we do during what we call the even years is we are still meeting with legislators. We're still meeting with decision makers. We're still going through those things that happened the previous session, and we're trying to get as much agreement, as many groups together as we can, so that when we do hit the session and those bills that come out, and they will come out, the landlord tenant, rent control, all that stuff, again, don't lose your minds, but we have already met with a lot of these groups and a lot of the stakeholders to try to agree to as much as we can before, and that really is the last year of our term has been built on building relationships, just like we do in our business, building those relationships so that we can come in and agree to a lot of things before the session even starts.
Yeah, for sure. And I just want to share a little bit about the amazing team that you guys have put together for our LMT. Keith, of course, your leadership as chairman, and you are a seasoned leader in this group and have had the privilege of doing it before and guiding us through sessions. We have Azim Jessup, your legislative vice chair, Mr. Tom Blanchard, our president on there, Mr. Trevor Smith, our president-elect. We have Vonna Nabala, Noah Herrera, Jeffrey Lavelle, Marissa Lostra, Greg Martin, Doug McIntyre, Kevin Sigstad, Brad Spires, and Mr. David Artina. I mean, that's the who's list of Nevada real estate. You have some great minds in that room helping you seek through those bills.
Yeah, and let me just add to that because it's a group from all over Nevada, right? It's not just folks here in Vegas. We have people in Elko, people in Reno. It's all over the state, and it's important to get everybody's buy-in and input when we go through these bills.
Yeah, and when you talk about soup, Keith, it makes a lot of sense because there's so many ingredients in many of them, and there's different parts of our state that will be affected. So definitely can understand why you have people from all over those groups. Keith, let's talk about what's come up so far. What is the primary issue that hit right off the bat?
There's been a lot of back chatter on landlord tenant, rent control. Neither which of those bills have been launched yet. We've met and have been meeting with one of our realtor champions, Assemblywoman, who's the majority leader, Sandra Haudegi. She's one of our realtor champions, and she will be dropping a bill that is going to deal with a lot of those landlord tenant, those kinds of things. That's one of the bills that we've agreed to. A lot of the things that'll go into it. We're still going to try to maybe improve on some of that, but for the most part, that's been agreed to. There's going to be summary eviction stuff that is coming, and that's it's not soup yet, people. When it comes out, it's we got to take a look at it. Some of that, because of our relationships, won't see the light of day, and that should be there. But the more we freak out, the less likely we are able to calm those things down. It's like everything else. Your spouse comes home and tells you how wrong you are. How does that make you feel? As normal as that may be for both of you guys, for your spouse to walk in and tell you how wrong you are, it doesn't make you feel very good nonetheless, right? So that's kind of the same thing we're dealing with.
Well, it happens to me all the time, and there's just special ways to deal with it all. But what I want to talk about also is the fact that it's so much better. We spent the last year working with the stakeholders and politicians to be part of the answer
Sure.
to fix what is perceived to be the issues, right? So when Sandra comes out with the bill, it may have a lot of the stuff that we wanted in there, but it'll also have some other stuff in there because, other people put their hands in the soup and, stir it up a little bit. So we work on getting it fixed, and diluted if needed, and make sure that everything works out right.
Makes perfect sense. And as I sift through all of the analogies we've been throwing around in this production, a couple of bills that have come out, Keith, that we know of for sure. Senate Bill 68 that is addressing a critical needs fund for the transfer tax, and of course Senate Bill 96, which is looking at the property tax cap and how it's formalized. So we knew going into the session, of course, as it happens every year, taxes are an important issue, especially coming out of the COVID crisis and things that we saw. We saw that in the last session. Keith, what are you looking for in these bills that are concerning to realtors and to Nevadans?
Yeah, I think the first thing is we have had a standard of just this is the line we do not cross, and one of those is point of sale, and anything that's triggered because of a sale of a piece of property, A, B, and C have to occur, and this needs great cause, right? Who can not try to find affordable housing and seniors and those that are less, but at what cost? And that being another thing that, this transfer tax is an unstable tax. It's great when we're having, historical transactions, but the last quarter have not been historical transactions. They've been the opposite. So it's, if we've learned anything here in Nevada, it's that we cannot rely on those kinds of triggers like the transfer tax to fund anything, because it's not going to be able to fund it to the adequate levels that it needs to. So that's almost a non-starter for us. And the other stuff is, sometimes you just got to let things, when someone's shooting at themselves, you just give them more bullets. You don't try to help them, you just hand them more bullets. Some of that stuff you don't need to worry about.
Sure. And I think I've noticed over the sessions that I've witnessed for a number of years, when it came to taxing our industry and sales tax on service and things like that, that has been the line in the sand. And one of the ones we've discussed many times is the property tax calculation. Many Nevadans know that the property tax come out to primary residence is a 3% cap, investment property is an 8% cap. What do you see happening with that?
First of all, there is no caps. It's they put it into an account. So if your bill goes up 5%, yeah, it's capped at 3%, but that 2% goes in a little account. And so when it reverses itself and goes down to 1%, well, they're still bumping you up 3%. So it all equals out. So that part of it is nutty. But here's what I tell everybody about property taxes. I get, they're so complicated to figure out. Who cares? I don't know how my iWatch works either. I don't know how my iPhone works either. I don't care. It just works when I want it to work. I don't need to build the damn thing. So quit worrying about how they figure it out and just realize this. They cheat here in Nevada, and we want to keep it that way to keep investment coming in and people moving in.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Keith, that, one of the attractions to our state is the low property tax ratio that we have compared to everything else. And I definitely don't want to see my property taxes increase like it is in some of our neighboring states. For sure, it would hurt the real estate market. Well, Keith, thank you for being here today. We're trying to keep these
a little short
soup recipes as short and concise as possible, but we know you and your LMT team is working hard. And again, Tom, we thank you for all you're doing up there or wherever you're at the certain moment.
Never know.
I know you guys travel back and forth to Carson quite a bit, but thank you both for what you're doing. And to all my good Nevada realtor friends out there, remember.
All right. Let me just tell you, the legislative process is cumbersome at best. Like Keith said, we spent last year meeting with the apartment association, meeting with some of the more liberal sides of homes, planning, or whatever the heck they're called, Barbara Buckley and her group. But let me just tell you, it is so much better for us to have been prepared and to help be a part of the conversation of building these laws and building these bills so that they're palatable for all, right? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to change, but we don't want to change just for change's sake. We need to change those laws that make sense, and the changes have to make sense for both parties, right? And for both sides of the viewpoints of what's going on. People think tenants are being taken advantage of. Other people think landlords are being taken advantage of. You know, holy crap, let's figure out a way that makes sense for both people to win and go down that path. The arguing and the grandstanding of we're just not going to do it doesn't work, right? We don't have, I don't want to say that. We have to all find the path forward so that we all can benefit from being here in Nevada. And that's the key to doing what we do at the legislative process and with RPAC and BORPAC. And if you're not part of that or don't know what it is, please contact me, because some things I can say, some things I can't, because this is publicly viewed. But please, please, please be informed. Read The Advocate. Watch It's Not Soup Yet. We're going to do it every week. It should come out on Thursdays because we record it on Wednesdays. And for now, peace be with you. Have fun.
Good meeting.
Yeah.